evening, cunts! I know I haven't been consistent, but I'm here now. As you may know, I have a bit of a history with Pixel Gun 3D. It's not my first time playing this game, but hopefully it's my last. As soon as I logged in the game, I was hit with so many microtransactions it would make EA come. It's nice to see that nothing has changed. They added gun skins, but I mean, there was already gun skins. The only difference now is that you have to spend gems to get them. And I knew these pricks were wildin' when I saw that 200 gem price tag for that Blocks Blaster. Anyway, we're beating Pixel Gun 3D with only starter weapons, meaning no armor, no gadgets, and no pets. A gaming journalist will go on easy mode or even cheat, but on this channel, we like to stay hard. As you can see, I already did the first 4 levels. The first level is the farm. Pay attention to the comics. Our protagonist is out here sleeping. Then he hears a noise. It's someone digging, and on a closer inspection, it's not a person, but a zombie. Once we load in, you already know we're gonna explore cause we're back at the barnyard.
Mama, party girl, she just wanna have fun too. They say you.
But here's where it doesn't make sense. Look at this house. It's been fucking decimated. One of the walls look like Rhino busted through them, and the other one looks like it got done in by a fucking Pachycephalosaurus. But my biggest question is, how the fuck do you sleep through all that noise but get woken up by a shovel? You know what? No one cares. I don't even care. I don't give a fuck no more, man. Let's just do this challenge. On closer inspection, it looks just like... After beating him, we get the Uzi. We can't use it, but we move on to the next level.
Oh, it looks exactly like my mother-in-law. Hopefully it's still warm.
In this level, we have spiders, zombies,
I'm over
slimes,
here
and
stroking
ghosts.
my dick. I got lotion on my dick.
We have more variation, but it doesn't get overwhelming, so we're still good. I kill the last remaining monsters, and then the boss spawned. The boss fight wasn't hard. You can barely even call it a fight. I must have baptized my weapons before fighting him. Matter of fact, let me change the music real quick to something more suitable.
Been hoping for penis all my life. Been suck.
I beat the boss and I finally get a weapon I can use. The
ベストフレンズ
I'm late. I should go to this.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me there was a zombie invasion and they already had an evacuation plan? That got me curious, and so I googled if our government had a plan in case a zombie apocalypse were to happen. And it turns out, they do!
Yeah, all I need now is some alcohol.
From the loading screen alone, I can already tell it's better than Brownsville. I will say this though, the evacuation plan went to shit. After I fought and beat up the normal crackheads, the super crackhead appeared looking like the Hunchback of Notre Dame and Nemesis bitch ass from Resident Evil 3. The fight wasn't boring. In fact, my heart was racing when a pop-up telling me to take a break appeared, even though I've only been playing for 5 minutes. All that work for a weapon I can't even use. Next level's the hospital.
These crackheads are getting too bold. What do we have here? Interesting. God, if I find dead nurses, I hope you can forgive me.
My brother in arms, you are gonna die. If you don't know, during a zombie apocalypse, there are 3 golden rules. The first rule is to never go inside enclosed spaces. You wouldn't be able to move as freely as you would outside due to a lack of space, right? And you also can't see where the enemies are coming from. Lack of vision and all that shit would fuck you up to the point where you won't get out alive. The second rule is to always move north. No one likes the cold, including zombies. And the last rule is to never trust people, especially overly nice people. Those bastards are usually cannibals. Look out for yourself. It does wonders. So what have we learned? That this blockhead broke the first rule. But don't worry, even though he doesn't have common sense, he has me! These bastards, do not let them gather. If they gather, they will make everything become chaotic, and you don't want that. So get rid of them. If you broke the first rule of the zombie apocalypse, here's what you gotta do to bring your chances of survival up. Stay in big open spaces while avoiding the most cramped spaces. Be aware of your surroundings so your back isn't against the wall, and get out as fast as possible. So after that horror scene, I got another gun I can't use. This is where the real game begins.
It was a terrible idea. They couldn't stop at the towers, huh?
Hey, you idiots! You're flying too low!
And, of course it's my problem. Couldn't they at least have done it on a Monday?
Once we get farther into the bridge, we see that it's collapsed. Lizzo must have been on tour. I switched weapons and equipped the
ベストフレンズ
The bosses before this one were too easy. The reason I say this is because this boss has 2 things the other ones didn't. It's insane health pool and its ranged attacks. As of right now, he is the strongest boss I've fought. With 2 hits, I'm dead. So how do we beat him? Well, first, always be at 100% health. Second, get a weapon that shoots straight. Third, either juke him or place him somewhere he can't hurt you. As the fight continued, I figured out an easier way of beating him. You have to stay close to him, but far enough to the point where he can't hit you. That's how I beat him. So why don't I have the footage of me killing him? Well, I ran out of storage. Guys, listen, I don't have a lot of storage. The video before this one was 2 gigabytes. There was no way I could get the entire fight. The most I could get was a screenshot of my victory. Anyway, protect your ass cheeks, cause we're going to prison.
Lizzo, you should have gone on a diet. Thank God. It was just a prison break. Oh, shit.
Suck my dick!
called me Michael Phelps, because I couldn't stop stroking my shit. Well, I've landed on Booty Taker Island. What could go wrong?
You know, we're probably the only idiot who has ever broken into prison during the apocalypse. Most people will go to places that are the least populated because duh, less zombies. But we deliberately go out to find death. The enemies are nothing special. The boss, on the other hand, to fight him, we're gonna need to get ammo. Because the bosses so far have had so much health you don't know. So we're gonna have to set up the locations correctly. That way my chances of winning increase. Hold up. There is no way this man got Twizzlers for hair. He really came with that. Why am I fighting this human-sized Blue Yeti microphone? So how do we beat him? All you have to do is run laps around the courtyard until you run out of ammo. If you run out of ammo, go run and get some, and repeat the process over again. He does have a special ability, a force field made of electricity. But it doesn't do that much damage. Like, look here. I got hit with 4 good hits. 2 from his force field and 2 actual hits. Which got me down to 69% health. So I easily beat him. Now, next stage.
I'm late. Again. Oh, what do we have here? Well, at least I know where I'm going.
Stuck in the maze.
My biggest gripe with this level would have to be the trailers. In the old updates, they look scary, unnerving, and eerie, but these new ones look comfortable and warm, like they don't even belong in this forest. But unlike the previous levels, we're gonna need to be acquainted with this level. If we exit the trailer park and go north, then west, we see a campsite with corpses, then go south and we see trees with no leaves, and in the center of them we see a weird symbol carved into one of them. Near the trees we find the other side of the cottage from the beginning, and near spawn we see a satanic ritual. Now that we've got our landmarks, we can finally get to work. These levels are only gonna get harder, so we really need to pay attention to the drop points. So what are these drop points? Well, they're spots on the map that spawn items. The 3 items that can spawn are armor, health, and ammo. Armor to us is basically useless because we're not wearing any, so we won't get any. Health, on the other hand, is a godsend because we can't use gadgets, meaning no med kit, no med station, and no resurrection. Wait a minute. It got removed during 15.2.0 because the community urged for its removal. Fucking pussies. Why not just balance it? You know, like only revive once the entire match. Removing it completely undermines the entire reason of you introducing it in the first place. But it doesn't matter since I won't be playing this game after I'm done with this challenge. Let's get back on track though. With no gadgets that we can use, health is probably the most important item that could spawn. But the same can also be said for ammo. These enemies are only getting stronger, not just doing damage but taking it too. They're becoming bullet sponges. I had 28 bullets. If I land all of them, I could take down maybe 4 to 5 enemies. That's how many I could take down with my strongest weapon. If I run out of bullets entirely, I would be screwed. I ran out of bullets. I tried looking for some but came up empty-handed, so I just started knifing them. Killed no one, gave up, and started looking for some ammo again. That's when I got the bright idea to break Golden Rule 1 again. The reason? I knew there was a gem inside the tunnel that connects the 2 cottages. So what happened? I paid the price. It doesn't give me a death screen, just monsters still attacking me after I die, like a spit to the face. So after that embarrassment, I tried my luck again, but as you may notice, 500 coins are missing from my inventory. So what did I buy? Was it a gun? No, I bought the biggest scam to date, ticket exchanges. You spend 500 coins to get 100 tickets that give you 2 options. A 200 increase in EXP or 200 battle pass points. Basically, ass. I could have bought a good weapon. I could have done so much with those 500 buckaroonies. But what's done is done. I'm never gonna see those 500 again. I wonder how much they're earning ripping off little kids. But Fortnite did it better. So let me explain how you beat this level. There were around 4 to 8 points on a map that spawns one of the 3 items, those 3 being health, armor, and ammo. After that, the enemies are easy. All you have to do is just avoid tight spaces. But the bosses are a different story, because they could have special abilities like the one at the bridge or the one from the prison. You have to find a work around their ability. And if you couldn't do it the first time, you try again. Alright, time for a quick montage.
It's Slender Man!
I just lost my dog.
As you can see, we're fighting Slender Man. So what can he do? Well, you already saw one of his abilities. He can teleport, but that's not all. He attacks faster than regular mobs. The only thing holding him back is his slow ass walk speed. His workaround is by teleporting, and that health pool isn't making this very easy. Luckily for me, RNG was on my side, but knowledge wasn't. I didn't know how this boss worked. I usually had armor, agility, and overpowered weapons, so after a few shots, he would be dead. My internet kept cutting, so I left it for another day. But not before I tried one more time. When you're offline, you can't access the armory, so all I had to beat him was the
Best friends.
but it didn't end very well. So how do we beat him? Don't take your eyes off him. Use his speed against him since he doesn't walk very fast. The only thing you need to worry about is his teleportation. Never have your back face him since you won't know where he'll teleport next. If he teleports but you can't see him, he's behind you. That move is annoying, but it takes some getting used to. If he's blocking the way, go back until he teleports to you. He isn't fast, so you'll be fine unless you get stuck a lot like I did. And my last tip, always aim for the head. You'll do more damage even if less bullets make contact. long as you do that, you should be able to win. So how long did this take? A day? A day and a half? 3 days. It took me 3 fucking days to beat this level. It wasn't easy. Every time he was on screen, I was on edge, not knowing where he might appear next. But once you figure out his pattern, he's just another cunt.
I'll never forget this horrible night. I'm close. Finally! I've made it. I was debating if I should drink my piss. I don't care what anyone says. Nothing is stopping me from getting some al-ussi.
Not much happens in this level since the last one was absolute hell. This one feels like a walk in the park. A military base with aliens. There's not much to say, it already speaks for itself. Well, I found the rest of the aliens. Also, I can't believe how big this map is. The previous map was big, but this one just feels bigger. This boss only attacks at a distance and he brought his henchmen with him. He's not difficult to deal with. All you have to do is get rid of his henchmen first, then fight him. You can avoid his bullets by going in a circle, that's it. Compared to Slender Man, he's easy.
Another one. Every time I try to watch hentai, someone just has to ruin it. The monsters were first sighted around. Here. We sent some guys there, but we haven't heard back from them. I fear the worst has happened. I can only spare you this jeep, but it's better than nothing.
Does it come with alcohol?
No.
Fuck. Of course it's Nestle headquarters.
Ah, Silent School, how I've missed you. I still remember the first time I played this map. 2 cunts had the anti-gravity blaster, and back in the day it used to one-shot. I fought them with everything I had, but I couldn't win. I got spawn camped. Oh, I'm not liking this one bit. These enemies are strong. I was running for my life, and just when I thought I had a fighting chance, I died. So how do we beat them? What you need to do is lure them outside. Get rid of the rangers first. You don't want too much chaos from fighting the other mobs. Once you run out of ammo, go for an ammo run, but be careful because these enemies do a lot of damage. Another thing to note is where you run. The direction you run in will determine how the enemies follow you. I could have still clutched it if I didn't have sweaty hands. So I tried again, and I got farther, but my only problem with this map is how huge it is and how narrow it is. This makes it much harder to avoid enemies, and it results in you taking a trip to the cemetery. But there is a way to get ammo while avoiding most enemies, and here is how. If you're running low on ammo, go through here. The chances of finding ammo is higher. There's 4 points where items spawn. Once you get those items, make sure those pricks are following you. Once you know they are, go to that library and you're almost home free. Go back to the courtyard. Make sure every enemy enters that courtyard and start blasting. I will give them back shots. You heard me. I'm going to give them back shots. I don't care if they're made of fire. I don't care if my dick melts off. I'm going to fuck them to death. We made it to the boss. He spawns in minions. Take care of them first. The boss is a range type. You can't see his projectiles. Die. Go back to square one. These new enemies have no tact. The original ones were so much better, especially the nurses. I will never forgive the creators, the developers who took away their knockers. I need their knockers on my dockers. I figured out how to beat him. You go left, right, repeat. He didn't drop a gun, he dropped a portal. Next stage.
Portal. Wonder where it goes. Best case scenario, I get a harem. Worst case, I end up in AOT. Home. I won't be gone long. You've ruined my home. You better be prepared for these devious backshots.
We made it to Block World. Unlike in Pixelated World, this one is less scary and the bosses are less difficult. So for whatever reason, the fog got corrupted, but the enemies aren't difficult. They're easy as shit. It doesn't even matter. So let's get to the boss. He's not that difficult either. Shoot him a couple of times. Since he's faster than you, run away, rinse and repeat. After all that, we finally get a weapon we can use.
One day, we all started digging in the schoolyard, and we found a portal. We went through it, and I woke up the dragon. He sent monsters to our world. I never saw my friends again. I think it's all my fault.
I think that's obvious.
But I know where he lives. I can take you there.
Can't you just give me a map?
It's safer for me this way.
Oh, is that right? A dragon's lair. Safer than an abandoned village.
There's a large open area in this map which makes the enemies easier. We use it to our advantage. The boss is easy. The only hard thing about it is those hits, man. They were not registering. we got another weapon. Next up, Sky Islands.
It was just an ancient mummy. I can't believe you got scared.
Ha ha. You should be a comedian. They'll be putting your name next to Amy Schumer. We're going the right way. I ran through these Sky Islands to avoid the monsters.
Did you see any harpies?
What's a harpy?
Never mind. This looks like a good place to camp. Let me check something first.
Back in the day, this was the most popular map out of all of them. If it wasn't this one, it was Sniper Forts, but I fucking hated Sniper Forts. Those bastards using the prototype and shit, I hate them. But look. Wait. What the fuck is this? I know I don't have PTSD. What the fuck are they doing in this level? Where is this game headed? I don't even know. But the enemies aren't difficult. Just same old. Don't get too close. Shoot them. Same for the boss. But they do drop the last gun we'll be able to use. One thing I will give this game are the comic panels. They look really good compared to how they used to look.
A good pig is a roasted pig.
I'm vegan. I can't eat that.
Were you hoping to become a lawnmower when you grew up?
Yahoo! Graybeard, don't break a knee!
I should have stayed home. My semen sense is tingling.
Okay, I've had just about enough. What is this one too many chromosomes doing in this map? They got rid of the textures. The only thing that made these monsters unique. This is supposed to be a two-headed snowman. This is supposed to be a block of fucking ice. And Slender Man is supposed to be a snowman. The only enemy that belongs here are the ice mages. The bears are supposed to be polar bears. And this isn't the only level they do this shit with. They focus so much on that battle pass, on the ticket exchange, on the mythical weapons, etc, microtransactions by the dozen. I can't wait to see this shit crash, burn, and end up bankrupt. The enemies aren't hard. The only one that'll give you a little bit of difficulty are the ice mages. Don't let them gather. If they do, take out a heavy weapon and blow them into smithereens. The boss isn't that hard either, he's just a tank. Use your strongest weapon and take him out quicker, and if he gets too close, rocket jump away.
There we go. Much better.
Be careful. The ice is slippery.
You worry too much.
I worry enough. If you would have stayed—
Hey, look! That's the place with the portal to the dragon's lair. There were many monsters when I was here. I think they're still down there.
Oh, really? What kind? Did you see any succubus?
No.
What's the point? Why do I keep living if I can't get any suck you tits?
There are several levels in Block World, and this one's the hardest. There are 3 things that make this a hard level. The first is less room to move around it, making it difficult to dodge. The second is the ranged enemies' attacks have more range than regular ranged enemies. What I mean is, regular ranged enemies have like a loop shot. These motherfuckers shoot straight and it keeps going straight. The last is the giant health pool of these mobs, making this level a tiny bit difficult. So how do we beat it? First, take out the ranged enemies first. Then take out everyone else. Pay attention to your health. Do not let it drop past 50. The only advantage you have are the 4 drop points in this level, so you don't have to worry too much about ammo. But just like this level, the boss is no joke. Take a look at this. His balls have massive AoE, and not just that, they fucking hurt. But unlike me, he is not. All you have to do is get rid of his minions first. That way there's less to worry about. After you take out his minions, your best bet is to use an AoE weapon to take him out. Watch out and avoid his attacks. They have a lot of AoE. And by the end, he'll die. Last level of this world, we're almost there.
This is the portal to the dragon's lair. We found it.
Damn it! Can't this shit go faster?
Why are you screaming? Teleporting is fun.
One more horde of monsters and this all ends.
This level wasn't hard since there's a lot of open space, and whenever there's a lot of open space, it makes the level easy. The best weapon to use are heavy weapons. The only mod where this strategy isn't viable will be when fighting crows. These little bastards are hard as fuck to kill. Use a shotgun or a flamethrower if you want to make them suffer. The one time I slipped up, I had to pay for it. What was I doing? Killing crows. They even turned RNG against me. I had to run around collecting ammo and armor for an entire fucking minute until I saw some health. Little bastards. Little bastards. Now for the boss. The boss this time is fast, but if you jump while running, you can get a couple shots in if you're using a regular gun. But no matter how fast he is, there's no way he's outrunning a fucking rocket. You gotta use heavy weapons. Rocket jump away whenever he gets near. Do this enough and he won't be able to get you. Try not to get hit because his attack speed is also fast. He does the same amount of damage as him. Don't let your guard down.
Stupid dragon. Look what you've done.
Alright, I get it. I'll stop the monsters in your world, but that isn't your biggest concern. Haven't you noticed that you and I are square? It wasn't always like that. I may know a way to fix this problem, but I'll need you to help me.
This video was long enough. If it was just Crossroads, I would do it. But since we got another world after that, we may have to do a part 2. Let me know if you want a part 2. Give me 100 dislikes if you want a part 2. If you do that, we'll be going to Crossroads and beyond. And with that, I bid you cunts farewell.
I only got one thing on my mind. It's them big buddy guys all the time. Oh,